All right, let's do this review thing. For each sequence, state if it's arithmetic, geometric, neither. If it's arithmetic, find the common difference. If it's geometric, find the common ratio. So I always like to do arithmetic first, and I kind of start to pick the easiest numbers. So 1 plus 10 is 11. 11 plus 10 is 21. So it looks like we're adding, so that makes it arithmetic. And then we have a common difference of 10. Second one, if we could do plus, we go plus 1 plus 4, so it's not arithmetic, so I just take that one. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so that doesn't work, so that makes it neither. Let's see. I'm not going to do the first one because I don't really want to think about that one. Plus, no. But if I take it times negative 5, that gives me negative 20. If I take negative 20 times negative 5, I get 100. So there it is. So that's geometric with a common ratio of negative 5. And the next one, if I kind of look at it, looks like I'm subtracting 3. So arithmetic. And we have a common difference of negative 3. Number 5, find the first 4 terms of the sequence. Determine if it's arithmetic or geometric. So for our first term, we got negative 35. So a of 1 equals negative 35. To find a of 2, we're going to replace. So it's negative 35 plus 2, which is negative 33. The fourth term, then we use negative 33 plus 2, so negative 31. And then a of 5 is going to be negative 31 plus 2, which is negative 29, which makes it arithmetic. The next one, a of 1 is equal to 1. So a of 2 is going to be 2 times our previous answer, which is 1, so that's 2. A of 3 is going to be 3 times our previous answer, which was 2, so that's 6. Fourth term is going to be 4 times our previous answer, which is 24, which doesn't look like anything to me. Neither. The next one, find our first term. Anywhere we see an n, we're going to replace it with a 1. So that's 2 minus 6, which is negative 4. Second one, anywhere we see, we're going to replace it with a 2. So 2 minus 12 is negative 10. The third term is 2 minus 6 times 3, which is negative 16. And the fourth term would be 2 times 6 times 4, which is negative 22. It looks like we're subtracting 6 every time. So arith. And the last one, we're given a of n. So the first one is going to be 0.5 times negative 4 to the n minus 1, so that would be to the 0, so that would equal 0.5. The second would be 0.5 times negative 4 to the first power. Negative 4 raised to the first power. Times 0.5. Let's see. Let's just put it in the calculator for fun. It's negative 2. Third, 0.5 times negative 4, 2 squared. So that's 16 times negative 5. 16 times 0.5, that would be 8. And then I'm running out of room, of course, so the fourth term is going to be 0.5 times negative 4 cubed on 0.5 clear, 0.5 times negative 4 cubed is negative 32. It appears as if we are doing geometric. Common ratio of negative 4. Number 9, find the missing term. So it's an arithmetic sequence. So we're going to use a to the n is equal to a to the 1 plus n minus 1 times d. We know the first term, or we know a to the n. We know the value of our last term is 366. And that's going to equal 34. 336 is my fifth term, so it's going to be 5 minus 1 times d. So that's negative 366 equals 34 plus 4d. That's negative 400 equals 4d. d equals negative 100. So we're going to subtract 100 from everything. So 34 minus 100, that's negative 66, negative 166, and negative 266. For number 10, our last value is negative 2. That's going to equal our first term, negative 22 plus n. Our n value, negative 2 is the fifth term, so 5 minus 1 times d. So negative 2 equals negative 22 plus 4d. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, it should be 6. 6 minus 1. Negative 2 is the sixth term. My apology. This should be, let's just kind of erase here, sorry. It just should be 6 minus 1 times d because that's our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. My bad. So that's negative 2 equals negative 22 plus 5d. Add 20, so you get 20 equals 5d. d equals 4. So add 4, so that would be negative 18, negative 14, negative 12, negative 10, negative 6. Awesome. Number 11, given the first term and the common difference of the arithmetic sequence, find the named one. So a to the 23rd. It's going to equal our first term, negative 26, plus our value of n, which is 23, minus 1 times negative 100. So that would be negative 26 plus 22 times negative 100. Grab a calculator. And we get negative 2,226. The next one, a to the 37, is going to be negative 15 plus my n value, 37 minus 1, times negative 200. So that's negative 15 plus 36 times negative 200. Break out the calculator. Negative 7,215. Okay. The answer. Next page. Given you have an arithmetic sequence, find the term named in the problem. So we're going to find the 32nd term. So it's going to be our first term, 27, plus our n value, 32 minus 1, times our difference. So we have to find our difference. The difference between those is 100. So that's going to be 100. So that's 27 plus 31 times 100. $3,127. Arithmetic sequence again, so our first term is negative 6, plus, we're finding the 37th term, so it's 37 minus 1. Our difference in here looks like we're dropping by 200. So negative 6 plus 36 times negative 200. Negative 7,206. Given a geometric sequence, so we got now geometric sequences, we're going to find the term. So formula for this, it's equal to our first term, which is negative 2, times our ratio. So to find the ratio, negative 6 divided by negative 2, which is 3. So that's going to be 3 to the 11 minus 1. So it's negative 2 times 3 raised to the 10th. Negative 118,098. This one, our first term, negative 0.5. Again, find your ratio by taking negative 1 divided by negative 0.05. That gives you 2. So we're going to take 2, and then that's 12 minus 1. So negative 0.5 times 2 raised to the 11th. 12 minus 1 is 11. Negative 1,024. Number 17, given the geometric sequence, find the common ratio. So now we're given the geometric sequence again. We have to find the common ratio and then find the terms. So the ratio, negative 2 divided by 1 is negative 2, so there's your common ratio. So it's going to be 1 times negative 2 to the 10 minus 1. So 1 times negative 2 raised to the 9th. Negative 512. It also says state the explicit formula. It's right there. Next one, find your ratio. Negative 3 over negative 1, so it's 3. So 12 is going to be negative 1 times 3 to the 12 minus 1. So technically your explicit formula is going to be that, but instead of putting 12 minus 1, it's just going to be n minus 1. So this would be negative 1 times 3 raised to the 11th. Negative 177,147. Evaluate the arithmetic series. When you evaluate the arithmetic series, our A of n, in this case 20, or S of n, so S of 25 is going to equal our n value, 25, times our first term, negative 21, plus our nth term, which is negative 261, divided by 2. So make sure you follow order of operations. So negative 21 plus negative 261. Make sure you hit enter. Then divide that by 2, hit enter, and then times 25. Get negative 3,525. For number 20, we're going to find S of 19. So that's going to equal our first term, our number of terms. So 19 times our first term, which is 12. But now we also need to know A of 12, A of 19. So we have to use the formula from sequences. So that's A of 1, which is 12. So we have to find A of 19. So that's 12 plus my n value minus 1 times the difference, and the difference is 3. So that's 12 plus 18 times 3. So our 19th term is 66. So that's going to be 12 plus 66 divided by 2. So 12 plus 66, hit equals, hit divided by 2, hit times 19, And I got 740. Number 21. So we have to find the sum of the first 5 terms. So our n value is 5. We have to find our a of 1. So a of 1 is going to be 4 times 1 plus 9, which is, minus 9, not plus 9. 4 minus 9 is negative 5, so that's negative 5. Plus, we have to find the 5th term. So that's going to be 4 times 5 minus 9. So that's 11. And divide that by 2. So negative 5 plus 11 divided by 2 times 5, 18. And the last one, 35th term, so S of 35 is going to equal 35 times our first term. So A of 1 is equal to 9 times 1, which is 9, plus A of 35, which is 9 times 35, which is, if you type it in your calculator correctly, 315. You're going to divide that by 2. So 315 plus 9 equals, divided by 2 times 35, 5,670. Last ones, evaluate the geometric series as described. So we use our series formula. So we're going to find S of 9, it's geometric. So this is equal to A of 1 times 1 minus our ratio to the nth power divided by 1 minus r. So we talked about in class, do that kind of first. I'm going to make that 5. So we've got 1 minus, and then negative 4 raised to the 9th. That gives me a big number, 262,145. I'm going to divide that by 5, and then I'm going to take that times negative 3. I get negative 157,287. 24 the same way. S of 9 is 2 times 1 minus 5 to the 9th divided by 1 minus 5. So 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So I'm going to go 1 minus 5 raised to the 9th equals, divided by negative 4 equals, times 2 equals 562. Number 5, we have to find the sum of the first 7. So it's our first term, which in this case is 4, times our first term 4. If I find our ratio, so how do you get from one to the next? Well, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So it's going to be, it's not 4. That is 4, but that's not 4. That should be a 1 minus our ratio, which is 4 to the n, and then 1 minus 4. So the bottom part gives me negative 3, so 1 minus 4 raised to the 7th equals, divided by negative 3 equals, times 4 equals. Oh, geez. Rewind. Let's just ignore everything. I'm not going to edit, so just erase all that because I can't divide. Try it again. Our ratio here is 8 divided by 4, which is 2. So S of 7 is going to equal our first term 4 times 1 minus 2 to the 7th over 1 minus 2. So that's negative 1. Try it again. So 1 minus 2 raised to the 7th, it equals, divide that by negative 1 equals, take that times 4. Sorry about that. You know, it's a simple math that messes this up sometimes. And the last one, S of 8, that's going to be our first term 3 times 1 minus my ratio. So negative 18 divided by 3, I think is negative 6. That's going to be negative 6 to the 8th, all divided by 1 minus negative 6. So that's 7. So 1 minus 1 minus negative 6 raised to the 8th divided by 7 times 3, negative 719,835. There you go. So there's the review. Sorry about number 25. I'm not going to edit it. Just kind of, it's what happens in class every once in a while. So why can't it happen on one of these reviews? Take care, everybody. And that right answer. 50. I got it right again. 9,000. Something wrong. Yeah, this one right. Which is a whopping, check my answer, see how I did. Yeah. And when I do that, 976, 21,000 news. See if I got this one right.